Shit.
So here's the thing. So with the vim that we're coming on with like N-word and why people shouldn't say it, do you feel like people from that community think that we shouldn't say that word? Because here's the thing, there was once upon a
Yeah.
time that everybody used to say it.
Everyone, yeah. It's not that long ago as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. So why? What? I personally don't think is anything wrong. I'm here for education though. So it's
I feel like it's the way the word is, because like man, when someone says, "Oh yeah, I'm gay," it's different to when they say straight up that I'm a or something like that. Like you don't hear people saying that I'm
God.
me editing this shit is gonna be mad.
no. Like in terms of context, it's not like we're calling anybody that now. So like it sounds more like an insult than like a word, a term that you use to describe yourself.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's why, like, yeah.
I don't know. Where did it come? Did it start off as like a
I
derogatory
think
term?
it's always been. I think it's always been.
Yeah, it has always been
even in
it has
Nigeria.
always been a derogatory term. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Back in days now,
Of course,
primary
bro.
school.
The secondary school, primary school. What the fuck was it?
No,
used?
but when we used
Yeah.
to say it secondary school and primary school, I thought we were just saying it more like don't be gay, as opposed to like, if you are gay, like there's something wrong. Do you get what I'm saying?
Basically, it was jokes. It was all jokes. Like,
Okay. Let me kind of give you an example, right? To say it's kind of like when people say, I don't know, somebody's like mentally retarded, right? Something like that. Like that's offensive. But at the same time, though, that was once the official medical term. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it was now actually the official term is intellectually disabled. That's the actual term.
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, it originally
mentally
started as
disabled,
the original term was actually idiot. That was the official medical term, which is hard to believe now. The way people say idiot left, right, and center. I mean, but because of that, they had to change it. They changed it to imbecile, and they trust Nigerians now. Oh, it's getting. I mean, umbe. Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
and they changed it again. Then they went to mentally retarded. They changed it again. Now it's intellectually disabled. So I'm just wondering though, like that original word, that F word. I mean, are we sure though? I could be wrong. I just want to make sure. Are we sure it wasn't like the official term at some point? I don't know.
Well, it's possible. It's possible. But the thing is that
Nah, it never
over
was. Bro.
time, like,
Never was.
what?
He
By
said
gay
never
people,
was.
that was never
I
the
don't know,
official term
sha.
for gay people.
I don't know. Well, that like over time, just how you describe the skills, over time, like grammar tends to evolve. So words that we were using back in those days, like now, it's possible that like we might shake certain words off because of how they might appear.
Okay.
I know. And I'm sure even as we get older too, it's still going to continue. Definitely, there are some words that we might shift away from,
Yeah.
and there might be new words that we might adopt. So at the end of the day, that might probably have just been thing. Because like back then, I'm sure like if it was like 10 years ago, man,
How would they describe
people
it
say
10
like
years ago, if not
and
the
10
F
years
word?
ago, like secondary school, everybody this guy or something.
Yeah, no, I know. Now
Yeah.
I'm saying like the non-derogatory term, like if somebody was actually, in that
You're
community.
gay, bro. You're gay.
Gay
Yeah.
was also
Always
like,
say
because
gay
gay
does not
could mean
exist.
like happy. You know this song we used to sing back in
Yeah.
primary school, that hymn
Bro,
now.
everybody knew what the other meaning
No,
of
we
gay
didn't know. We
before
didn't know
gay
that
meant
because back
was
in
happy.
in
Nah.
primary school when we were
Are you telling me
singing.
you thought gay meant happy first?
No, but Rose, do you remember that song? Something. See it on an
Yeah,
old
I
clock.
was like, I can't remember.
There's something. He
If
said,
Rose
"Gay
don't
you,
remember, it didn't
gay you
happen.
must be." That's what the song said. So we're thinking, yo, what is he on about? Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, but that's like
so.
a British person saying he thought was a cigarette. Like it's the same shit, isn't it?
First,
Like that's basically what you're trying to get at.
yeah.
Look, man, let's be real. Even in secondary school,
Mm-hmm.
this word was never used like it was never used. It was always okay, this guy. But then again, what I'll agree with is it wasn't necessarily used as a gay slur. A lot
Yeah,
of
it
times
wasn't
when it
because
was
we were
used in my school,
homophobic.
anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
it was used because you did something stupid or you were just acting out, and they said, "Oh yeah, like this
Yeah.
guy." Like
Yeah.
most of the times, I would say that's how it was used. But that being said, that doesn't mean it wasn't used in the other context because it was. Even I know someone that came back from secondary school recently, and bro, this guy was telling me a story about how there was this guy in his class. He listens to R&B, and I was like, "Oh, what's wrong with listening to R&B?" And he's like, "Oh, only F words listen to R&B." And I'm like, "Bro, I like if you see the shock on my face because I haven't heard that word in so long. Like someone say it like to my face in so long, and the nigga said it and he did not even
But
know what the
you
issue.
know the funny thing, it
Well,
also has like another meaning. I think it's
what's
like
the other meaning?
meat.
Meat.
It's meat. Yeah.
Huh?
What?
No, not that meat.
Wait,
Like,
wait, wait, please.
I beg. Let's stop talking about
like
fictional
actual
definitions
meat.
that no one uses.
Like what?
Like this nigga
Like
know
in a
what he said when
dictionary
he said it.
definition or like one that people use? 'Cause I've never heard that one before.
Exactly. Like no one uses that in that context, bro. You all know what
Yeah,
context
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. No, I was just
Yeah,
stating that
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I feel
it
you. I feel
actually
you.
means like
So yeah, bro. Like
it says that meatballs made from meat stuff cuts and offal for like pork.
yeah, all right,
Yeah,
that's
that's
cool.
not. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
No.
that ain't it.
No.
So yeah, like people still use this word in a derogatory way. So I think what the issue is, okay, where do we even start from? Okay, so the first issue is so gay people, right? They feel like this word has been used against them for so long. The way black people feel like nigga has been used against them, even though I personally don't compare the two because
That's
the history
exactly.
is
That's what I was going to say. It's like
way too
because then
different.
into a
So
comparison thing.
yeah, so that's why I said I'm going to bring in the movie thing later. But yeah, so because they feel like this word has been used against them for so long and it's a derogatory term, it's been outlawed by and large in modern or popular culture. So if you say it's in a movie or in a reality show or in an interview, you're probably gonna get cancelled. You're gonna get in a lot of trouble for saying the word. Okay, so that's one thing. The other problem is because this word has been used so widely in black communities, and I think the community in general, but I can't speak for other communities anyway. People don't know that this word is the taboo that it is in wider society. And because it's relatively new as a word that's been outlawed as well, people also don't understand the ramifications of saying that word in public. So that's why I personally don't think it's taken as seriously as some of the other slurs that we see here and there. But for gay people and people in that community, they feel like, you guys can say this shit like this. But yeah, there's a lot of nuance to it though, I think.
I don't know though, because like, yes, I guess maybe that's just my own upbringing because of how we used to say it back then. If I say it now,
Yeah.
like for me, it's just jokes. It's not because like,
I mean, skills, but can you go to work, for example, and say that word?
guy, they gonna fire me so fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You can't
Like I will
say
be
it.
back in Lagos in 2 hours.
I'll be on the
Like you
next
legit
flight.
just
It's my
can't
end
say
of
it.
business day.
I was saying, so it's become
No,
kind of like nigga in a way. So like, okay,
okay.
so like when I say, so the initial question was, so a word like this now, can you use it for artistic purposes? The way Kendrick used it in the song, like, is that okay? Because he got a lot of backlash for it.
Oof,
I
that's a
think
good
it all
question.
depends on the context in which you use it.
Mhm.
No, but then we can
Like,
flip it and say if white people are using nigga in a good context,
That's the issue, isn't it?
that's the issue. That's the issue.
yeah, in
Yeah,
fact.
that's the thing.
So,
That's a good question though.
so the thing is, like, for me, yeah, this is why I say I'll bring up the movie thing again. When they're recreating all these slave movies, they say nigga, bro. White people say nigga in every
Facts.
slave movie
Yeah.
you ever watch, and no one ever goes to
They
them
say
and
with so
says,
much passion.
"Yeah." No one says,
Facts.
no one says you should censor nigga in a movie because a white person just cannot say this word. So even if you're gonna use it in a movie, you should say N word because everyone knows what N word means. Like no
Yeah.
one ever says that. But then when Kendrick uses the F word in a song, by the way, in context, talking about how when he was young, he used to say it and how it was wrong to that's I guess that's even the problem with the whole debate that we're having here. The whole song is about accepting trans people, which in hip hop is unheard of, by the way. And then how using this word to begin with, how when we were younger and we said it was wrong, and he then compared it to saying nigga. So at the end of the day, it's not like he's using this word in a derogatory way or he's using this word in a funny way. He's using this word in an educational way for artistic purposes, right?
Yeah.
So if a white person is able to say nigga in a movie and no one gives a fuck, why can't Kendrick say the F word in a song for educational purposes and for it to be okay? Now, if you're going to tell me why can't a white person say nigga in a song in the
Mhm,
same way that Kendrick used it and says nigga
mhm,
in an educational way about how he used to say nigga, okay. The thing is for me, there's still a separation between nigga and the F word. Not every
mhm.
slur is the same.
Facts.
There's the slur we use on Chinese people in Nigeria. We say chinko, we say it, and Chinese people they hate that shit. The same way with Pakistanis. They have their own slur that niggas say, and they hate that
Oh,
shit.
which one is that one?
Yeah. So they hate that shit too. But we're not gonna compare that to saying nigga
Yo, I
because it's
get
not the
fucking
same.
cancelled after this one.
Yeah, nah. Let's be real. Like there's too much violence attached to the word nigga. There's too much history attached to the word. And till this day, it's still used as a weapon against black people. Black people are still trying to get back on the same level with white people because of the years of slavery and subjugation that this one word is attached to. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, gay people. It's not the same. I'm sorry. Again, like I said, the F word is a relatively new slur in terms of it being outlawed in modern society. So I think over time it's gonna catch on and people are gonna say it less. But like I said, I don't feel like just because nigga has been outlawed as a word that white people can say, it means every single slur in this world can just never be said again by anyone outside that community. Because there's context to it, and because of how new this word is to people, Kendrick saying that in a song kind of tells people like, okay, you guys think it was okay before, but it's not okay anymore. And F word for most Nigerians, F word means fuck. I'm sorry, it just does. Even when I started this and I said F word, you guys said fuck. So if Kendrick used F word, the message just is not the same. Like there's a bubble out. There's people outside of America, y'all. Like not everyone in outside of America knows F word means what we're talking about. So people outside of America, F word can mean fuck. So he has to say it for niggas to understand what he means. So that's my view on it. But yeah, you niggas can have your say.
Nah, you're speaking, and actually, that's one thing that like I found is like it's maybe like a debate in like recent America is like that whole the gay struggle is then starting to be compared to the black struggle for some reason. And here's the thing: I'm not trying to put anybody down. I understand there is a struggle in a lot of minority communities, but there is just no struggle like the black struggle. Because even till this day, my people been suffering for centuries. I mean, like I can still piss somebody. Like I can be friends with somebody. That's the part that trips me. Like I can be friends with somebody, like maybe a white friend. As soon as I piss them off, oh fuck you, nigga. Like, yo, I was saying one of my other guys too. Like during Trump's presidency, and the guy maybe the guy thought I was joking. I was like, see, a lot of these guys can be your friends, but if they say, for example, like just in an extreme, apocalyptic words, like killing black people is legal, hang them now. You'll be surprised who show up at your door. You know what I mean? You'll be so like your own guys will be at your door. So like that like the black struggle is unlike any other, man, to be honest. So,
And
like,
actually, I have an equivalent for that as well. Whenever there's like a I don't want to say a murder, but like something like an event, like a mass murder event or something like that, though. Anytime someone compares something happening to the Holocaust, they're always like, nah, you cannot compare. Like, let's say Palestine, for example, and everything that Israel has been bombing Palestine for God knows how many years now.
Yeah.
If you look at the numbers of people that have died in Palestine, it's in the thousands, bro. But anytime anyone ever mentions Palestine and the Holocaust in the same breath, you get an avalanche of people like, nah, you can never compare it to the Holocaust. And I get it to a degree because like the Holocaust was such an event and such a tragic event, and so many people died and it wiped out a whole community and whatnot. Like, so in that same breath, right? If we can understand and acknowledge that the Holocaust is on a different level to some of the other tragedies that have happened in the world, then we should also be able to acknowledge that nigga as a slur is on a higher level than some of the other slurs that we use. It's not that hard, bro. Holocaust was a bunch of white people. Y'all niggas are very fair in saying like, yeah, we should not compare the Holocaust to anything else. Cool, it's your people, we get it. No, this is our shit, man. You niggas should respect us too. like I don't get it, man.
That's actually a lot of people actually miss that aspect of the Holocaust. Was I mean, I understand what it was, but in the broad context, it was some white people killing some other white people.
Yeah,
it was. This is something else. Yeah, I mean,
and we respect that the Holocaust was a super tragic event. And we don't talk about it in context in connection to anything else. So yeah, niggas just don't say nigga, bro. Yo, it's hard to stop saying nigga, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I just can't. But
like, I don't know, guy. I can start to wrap up the thing. Rose, what you say?
Yeah, you guys have literally said it all, man. Like, and I like what Skill said about if push comes to shove, if we're if there was like some declaration now said, nah, kill all niggas. Be surprised. Should be surprised. That
Be at
nigga
your
that gave
doorstep, fam.
that guy that gave jollof rice and the fattest beef the day before. That nigga coming in with his AR and his squad to blast your brains. So I don't know. At the end of the day, it might just be some level of tolerance that they might have for a lot of us. I know.
You're gonna see the
And
purge in real life,
like
man.
honestly, it's actually crazy. And to be honest, it doesn't make sense because like why we are both human beings, just that the color of our skin is different. So what is actually the origin of the hate? Why do you hate us so much?
It's actually wild, like the whole context.
It's wild because when you know what's the basis? What's the basis? What did we do that you hate us this much? Is it because like we don't look like you? I know, because like think of it. Imagine if like I was a shapeshifter now.
Oh my
And
god, where are we going with this?
no, just hear me
Go
out.
on,
Come
go
on.
on.
Imagine if I was a
Alright.
shapeshifter now and I turned white
Uh-huh.
and some supremacist guy, like we're friends, I treat him very well. He treats me very well. And all of a sudden, he now discovers I'm black.
Mhm.
So solely because of that reason that I'm black, everything just changes.
Yeah.
So like there's really no logic behind it. There's no
You think
logic
so?
behind it.
I,
Like,
I feel like this is the thing, yeah. It's hard to understand the racist mind because you're not racist in it and you're black. But for them, when something has been ingrained in you for a long time, it's not easy to just unlearn it once and for all. So
yeah,
Okay,
but when do we now question why exactly are we doing this?
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
I'm gonna say.
Thank
Like
you.
a
So come
similar
on,
thing to what you
exactly.
just said, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's say Rose, you go. This is gonna be wild in a minute, but
No.
Rose, you go on a date with someone, right? Everything is cool. You guys are vibing, everything. You get back home and you realize, okay, she tells you she used to be a guy, but she's a girl now, like fully transformed, right? Everything. Now, nothing has changed, really, apart from the new info that she used to be a guy. So how far? What are we saying?
That's big though.
Yeah, that's big.
Okay,
That's
and this is
big.
what I'm saying.
That's
To a
that's
racist
kind of
person, yeah,
big, man.
the fact that you're black is big. That's what I'm trying to get at. It doesn't matter about all the other shit. To a racist person, the fact that you're black is a fundamental difference between you and him. The same way the story I just gave is the same shit, bro.
But that's different, dude. That's
Yeah,
not the same
like
thing.
How?
guy, like
How is it
guy,
different?
I don't do it.
Yeah, that's
I don't
different. Yeah, that's
do it.
different.
Guy,
Yeah.
Tell me why
what
it's
this
different,
one's
and I'll tell you why it's
biological
not.
now. The example
That's
you gave
different
is
because
quite
like you're taking the
biological,
person
guy.
maybe back home one day, and there's an understanding, let's be honest, in modern society that okay, we might run some things. So I feel like that. I mean, so if I didn't find out, oh no, it's a guy, I'm like,
But it's not a guy.
yo,
It's not a guy.
what was it? What was the context of the scenario?
I mean, it used to be a guy, but it's no longer a guy.
Oh, okay. Sorry, now it's okay.
Yeah. It's like used to be a guy, but
That's
it's
still
no
different.
longer
Yeah,
a guy.
that's still different. That's still different.
I know why you're saying it's different, and I agree with you that it's different. But no,
Yeah.
I don't agree with you that it's different. I agree
Okay.
with you that you would bail. I know why you would bail, and I'm saying that
Yeah.
those same reasons why. Although, okay, I guess I'm gonna call you guys out a bit. You guys don't accept that someone that used to be a guy and became a woman is now fully a woman. That's the basis of this thing. And because you don't accept
But
that,
that's not the same comparison, though.
wait.
Okay, go on.
Because you don't accept that someone that used to be a guy and is now a woman is fully a woman, that's why you still see the fact that she used to be a guy as a problem. Because to you, it's an issue. To a racist person, this guy that used to be that is black, but for me, shapeshifted and became white, and then you now find out, oh no, this guy is actually black. They're never gonna fully accept you as being equal to them, regardless of how all your other shit is the same. Like to you, that to them that you're still black. Now, if you're a person that fully accepts that someone that transitions from a man to a woman is fully a woman, the fact that you suddenly came to the understanding that, oh, you used to be a man doesn't stop anything. Because to you, you are always talking to a woman. And because you fully accept that transition, she's still a woman. You get me? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you might think it's different, but it's really not that different.
I feel Shaka. Come on, I feel the angle you're
Nah,
coming.
big, yeah,
No,
nah.
Skills. He
Skills.
has
I love
a
skills.
point. He has
Let
a
him
point.
talk.
He
Let
has a
skills
solid
talk.
point there.
No, I feel you though. I feel the point you're coming from, but guy, like, I don't know. Maybe you're right, though, in the sense of like I can't know because I'm not in a racist mindset. But it's like for me though, like it's just
you don't see a problem with being black. That's why the issue is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, but
yeah,
it's the
but
same
they
way,
have
okay.
an issue with being black.
Okay, let me circle back because you talked about is how they are conditioned, right? Like they grow up and like I understand, like if there's a racist today, you know, and then they do all that shit that they do, which they drag them on Twitter, which let's be honest is useless. You know, they are still racist, by the way. So they're going to have a child, and that child is probably not going to be racist because that's what they are born and raised into. But at some point, you need to be able to think for yourself, right? So say us, for example, growing up, let's be honest, all this saying this this guy's
bro. Oh, fuck
yo, chill. You know what I mean? Are we now not conditioned though to then be to be homophobic? At least what swayed that way.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's now for us to then be like, so now I don't believe any of us are homophobic because like I mean like that
people would disagree with you, but carry on.
Okay, so like I don't think any three of us, you know, we are homophobic.
That's what I'm saying. People would disagree with you, but carry on.
Because of what I said, I do. But like, it was swayed that way, though. So if they were swayed that way, like, oh no, like even now, you know, with the old George Floyd thing, there were children carrying banners and all that, you know, justice for George Floyd. The average child, let's be honest, at 3 or 4 years old, they understand that I might not be racist. However, I understand that I'm white and I am privileged, and black people get no love out here.
Hell no. 4 years old. Hell no, bro.
When I get at least five for sure.
Nah, bro. It
5
takes way
primary
longer
one. At primary one, you can think for yourself.
Bro, there's adults that don't understand white privilege. How the fuck you think a 5-year-old?
No. But they do. But they do though. But they do because you have to explain the what they call. There was a study they did with dolls. I mean, and they told children, small children, pick the dolls you think are beautiful and the ones you think are ugly. And everywhere the ugly part was black.
Yeah, that's unconscious bias though. That's not white privilege.
Nah, no. It's not necessarily white privilege, but at least they understand that okay, black is not good and white is right.
They don't understand that. That's what I'm saying. That's unconscious
bias. They don't understand.
They picked it, but they don't know why they picked it.
They are being conditioned.
That's the whole other decision.
Towards something like
that's
that.
the thing. Is the conditioning I'm talking about. That's a whole other conversation. But me personally, I believe that as a young child, they might not necessarily think, "Oh, I hate black people," but they definitely know that black people get no love out here, and I am in a good position being white. But that's besides the point.
I don't think so, bro. I actually don't think so.
Okay, no, wait. But even in that scenario, if they are, I think so though. But even if it's not that young, they are still growing up in a society where they are swayed towards being racist. So say like their parents are just racist, then they are swayed towards being racist. Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible in like kind of like in that scenario where we are not now homophobic. It's not impossible for them to then be like, actually, this.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So the upbringing only goes so far. Like, nah.
Yeah,
bro.
but there's upbringing and you can obviously unlearn, like what you said. You can unlearn some of the things you thought was right before. Later in the future, you can definitely unlearn it. But there's always the people that never unlearn it, bro, because they believe fully like what.
But
they
that
were taught,
belief, the one I'm saying is that belief is not because when they were growing up, their parents were like black people ain't shit. It's just because of what they saw. And I'm telling you, guy, even our children, guy, young 5-6 years old, guy, they know, fam. They do.
I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of these things, like you said, what you saw, these things that they're seeing, even for black people, it goes the other way. There's black people that think they're not beautiful because they're black, you know. There's
that's because society told them that way.
Yeah, but that's the society. That's the society necessarily. It's not like a blatant, I told you you're not beautiful because you're black. It's what they see, like you said, see. So all the dolls.
I'm saying even when they're children, though.
Yeah, I'm talking about children, specifically now when they're children. Because they'll go to school and all the friends are straight hair and everyone is telling them how the hair looks nice and they're looking at their curly afro hair. No one is ever telling them it looks nice. So they just feel like, oh, they'll come back one day and tell their mom, oh, can I get straight hair like Stacy at school? You get me? Like these are shit. Yeah, this is shit that will happen. And they don't know why like society views them the way they view them, or why society views white people the way white people view them. All they know is what they see, and what they see, they cannot necessarily correlate the. I don't say causation because then it seems like everyone. I'm being too fancy for niggas, but like they can't necessarily correlate like why or the root cause of why people view them the way they are, and why people view white people the way they view them. It's just unconscious things that they see that they then assimilate into their brain and then tell their parents, yo, this is what I'm seeing in school. But like, bro, kids 5, 6, 7, they can't fully understand why. I don't even think they
I'm
know
not saying
the
they
smallest thing about
fully
like, white
understand,
privilege.
but they understand their position in society.
I feel like they just go on with life, bro. I don't think white kids are 5
Because
years
they're
old.
children, yes, but they understand their positions. But it's very rare that you put children in a situation where you would actually see it manifest itself. But if you do, you see it. You see it. You have to.
When did you know you were upper class, quote unquote, in Nigeria or whatnot?
Okay, like say primary 1, primary 2, primary 3. I didn't think I was upper class, but at least I knew that. Okay, there's worse in this society.
Yeah, and that's blatant in front of you. Like it's blatant.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, primary 1, primary 2, primary 3. So something that's known as blatant. When do you think you would notice shit like that?
But racism is as blatant.
It's not that. It's
they
not
just
that
need to
blatant.
watch
At that
TV.
young age, at that young age.
Not that blatant, bro.
You sure? I
Yeah,
wouldn't know
because
what's
teachers
blatant.
are
This guy
teachers
in
are
these
into school
schools.
calling black kids nigger, bro. Like,
Well, no, they won't be doing that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's really not that blatant, bro. Like it's subtle. Like it's mostly, like I said, all these things that they compliment your hair and all. Like it's subtle things that contributes to racism. It's not like a blatantly a black kid is getting whooped in school or a black kid is being abused in school. Or even all these black jokes that people make. We make black jokes on black people in a black society. They'll say you're so dark we can't see you at night. We make these jokes in black Nigerian societies. So if in a white society these same jokes are being made, it's still seen as a joke. It's not necessarily fully understood like, yo, this shit ain't cool. Because we in our own society don't know that this shit ain't cool. So how can we expect like someone growing up in a white school to know this shit ain't cool? You get me? Like it's really not that blatant, man.
Nah, son, I disagree. I feel you, though.
Hey, we can agree to disagree. That's the whole point of this, anyway.
All right, first.